Back to the tournament of the Old World Round 2 as King Louen Leoncouer takes on Alberic de Bordeleaux here on Languille. I've been told by Jeff the ref, who's screaming that we are ready to go on this one. And, I mean, despite what you may have heard from McCracken in the first round, a go-go is a perfectly good term, I feel. I won't listen to him anyway. I mean, he's probably just joking. Yeah, me and McCracken are really good friends. Anyway, we have some field trebuchets here from Louen's forces, backed by a paladin on his Pegasus. We've got questing knights, we've got knights errant, men-at-arms with polearms, men-at-arms with shields. We've got 2 units of peasant bowmen, both using pox arrows. Another couple of men-at-arms and a spearman-at-arms. We've got King Louen Leoncouer, who's not mounted, he's on foot, a peasant mob, and a knight-errant force. So, more of an infantry-heavy force than any cavalry, whereas on the other side of the field, on Alberic's side, we've got a questing knights force, knights-errant, mounted yeoman archers, a spearman-at-arms unit, a spearman-at-arms with shields, Alberic also on foot, alongside a Grail Relique, another man-at-arms, Knights of the Realm, Knights-Errant, and a mounted paladin on Bardic Warhorse. So definitely a more cavalry-heavy force, which is what we expect to see from the Bretonnians, compared to a more of a mixed bag, really. Now, Louen definitely has the early advantage, and if he can protect it, the trebuchet could do big damage to some of those cavalry units. They don't do well to having large rocks dropped on them. That's for bloody certain. Now, just like the Fey Enchantress, they may use this to their advantage. That first volley, though, from the trebuchet just goes completely wide. However, the initial charge there from the Knights Errant from Louen's forces causing big damage to that Knights Errant. Meanwhile, it's already gone tits up. The Knights Errant of Alberic's forces are very clearly going to outrun and smash that field trebuchet. So, well, that's an expensive unit to lose early on. Louen is going to have to make up for that with infantry here in the middle, which is definitely what's happening. There's a big scrum forming as the infantry units of Alberic are going to charge in and form the centre line there, backed by a Grail Relique, which is giving all kinds of combat buffs to the nearby friendly units of Alberic. Meanwhile, the peasant bowmen are trying their best. They're trying to whittle down Alberic's questing knights, which are a superior cavalry force to a knights errant. But both of those archers will be causing big damage. We may even see a couple of kills. There's definitely one Grail Knight who died. There goes another Grail Knight. So they are starting to cause casualties to that elite cavalry unit there. Unfortunately, for some reason... Oh, this is the peasant mob. Obviously not the best fighters in the world. Armed with whatever they could get their hands on before going to battle. They're going to die in large numbers. Peasant mobs are particularly cheap units for Bretonnia, so it's not surprised to see them already fleeing despite having over 100 of them still alive. It's not going to end well, especially if that mounted yeoman archer force decides to just open up on them, but I don't see the peasants really standing around that much longer. Meanwhile, over on the left flank of Louen, right flank of Alberic, one of his few cavalry units, the Knights Errant, is squashed between 2 units of Knights of the Realm and Knights Errant there of Alberic, and they are going to slowly get torn apart. The men-at-arms from Polearm are going to try and assist with that. Meanwhile, Alberic himself has since dealt with, I think, one of the better units of Louen's. Yes, it has. The Paladin on the Pegasi is having a rough time of it. He's using some buffs to keep himself in the fight, but Alberic de Bordeleaux is a spear-wielding infantryman, which means he gets a big buff against any cavalry, and he comes across that big trident there, just skewering multiple troops there in one single blow. Meanwhile, King Louen is going one-on-one with the Grail Relique. He's probably going to win that battle in very short order. On the other side of it, though, the peasant bowmen are finally being run down. He still has a unit of them that's completely fresh, who are now launching some poisonous shots into Alberic's infantry. But despite the fact that Louen has an advantage as far as infantry are concerned, the few units of Alberic's infantry are actually doing a better overall job. A number of Louen's forces are starting to break and flee across the field, but that's because I'm getting the impression here, and I think you are too, everybody watching, is that the units are definitely outnumbered, and that charge there just sending troops flying, despite the fact that these knights are charging into infantry who are equipped with sword and shield or spears. It's not enough at this point. Morale is starting to dwindle across the board. Units are fleeing. King Louen is trying his best. The knights with polearms are trying to chase down a knights errant unit. Sorry, men-at-arms with polearms, but they're just getting peppered with arrows there by the mounted yeomen archers, who, to be fair, are almost out of ammo, so soon they're going to have to charge into the fight. The men-at-arms with polearms now trying a flanking attack. This will cause some damage, but it's not going to be a lot. Their charge bonus is going to be diluted somewhat, because they are off that crushing charge by the knights errant there from Alberic. Brutal stuff. The men-at-arms with polearms, they just didn't have a unified line for that charge. It didn't do a lot, and they themselves are... oh no, they're being supported by what's left of the questing knights of Louen, but they're broken. They have completely fled the field now. They are no longer an active part. And I said that with the ammunition. Here comes the mounted yeomanry with the arch... oh! Ow! A much stronger charge there, immediately causing the men-at-arms with polearms to break. I believe he's probably also lost his Pegasi-mounted paladin. King Louen now is just one-on-one with Alberic. The two of them start smashing each other with their respective special weapons. Alberic a bit more of a Superman punch style thrust there with the spear. King Louen a bit more of a traditional sword and board user. Although it's doubtful that he will be able to do much in this case. His morale is also low, unsurprising, given he's seeing his army crumble before his eyes all around. It's a bit of a sorry state that his force is in. Oh, and we've got a situation developing over here. His largely intact peasant bowmen fleeing for their lives. Still got plenty of ammo, but no one to protect them on the front line as the questing knights come in. And I think we're going to hit the slow-mo button on this one, as we can see these poor peasant farmers dragged out of their homes, away from the things that they know, the lives that they understand, the simple life of a farmer, given a bow and told to go to the front line. And here comes some haughty types in pink armor on their horses, and they start getting run down. Oh, the huge manatee of it all as they get squished underfoot. Oh, it's absolutely brutal. These poor peasant bowmen, they were sat there one day. Please, my lord, have mercy. I just want to grow my tatties. I don't understand none of this war stuff. I am a simple man, my lord. I have a pig. Her name's Matilda. I love her very so. But it's not going to work. The bowmen are going to fight for about 2 seconds. Oh, to be fair to them, they killed the knight with the pink barding. So I mean, they got that, and then they immediately flee. Oh, they immediately get crushed underfoot. The knights of the realm aren't standing for that shit, and quite rightly. And these men are they're just going to get butchered. Though I think special, very minor victory, the fact that the peasant bowmen did manage to, in essence, take down this knight here, as the battle comes to an end, unsurprisingly, in a horrific defeat for Leoncouer, which sets up our final between Alberic de Bordeleaux and Repanse de Lyonesse. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the final round of the Bretonnian elimination bracket.